My baby, Mr. Mubarak. My baby, Mr. Mubarak. There will be a webinar, the first webinar this year with New York Times. Pop out there in the middle of nowhere. Tomorrow, you will go, whatever channel the top.live takes you, it will be live on that channel. It's the beginning of moving forward. I love it. It's the beginning of moving forward. I love it. So there's no reason to miss it. So don't jump around, just wait. I think it's a good idea. So there's no reason to miss it. My baby, Mr. Mubarak. 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 This is exciting times. Pop up, no big deal. This is exciting times. Pop up, no big deal. My baby, Mr. Mubarak. Let's do this. Wait my baby for a while. Mubarak. Very proud that we're in this journey. My baby, with a gentleman that never, ever gave up. My baby, Mr. Mubarak.
I can't find it. It's there. So just be ready. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know it's New York Times.
That's it. It's that quick. We just don't want anybody to miss it. Pop up, no big deal. My baby, Mr. Mubarak. My baby, Mr. Mubarak. My baby, Mr. Mubarak.
So just be ready. It's going to be a lot of fun, I believe.
Just kidding.
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Hello, everyone, and how are you all doing today? I hope that you're all having an awesome, amazing day, and that you are here and that you are ready to talk about OnPassive again, because there is another update in the back office. ONews 12 is upon us. Yes, it is. Paruri Krishna is here to say, I love OnPassive, my family members, and lots of hearts. Lots and lots of hearts. Joe says, please go easy with the emojis. Yes. Saeed says, universes and worlds and space and all kinds of fun stuff. I love OnPassive with Ash Sir only. Oh my. Only Ash Sir. Well, that would be a very unsuccessful company, wouldn't it? And then what would you be doing there? Hello, Sherry. Good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. And little Miss Lulu is here. It really is a lot of emojis, isn't it? And Jelly is here. Good to see you. And so is Chris. And OnPassive forever. I love OnPassive. Yeah, some people still not getting the memo. That OnPassive is allegedly no more. They are now really, hunkering down in those Facebook groups. Don't post anything about OnPassive. Don't use any of our old sayings. We will not approve. We will not redeem. We will not approve, they say. Well, it is only Ash since he has no money to afford a team. Very true. In 2039, when ONews 45,908 comes out, I wonder if any excitement will have been lost. I don't know, but instead of listening to me just come on here and read you the ONews. Hello, Mark. Good to see you. Lord of the Fools. I like that. I thought that instead we could listen to this amazing video of Bill Must and John White, where they give it to us like a motivational speech. You gotta love these ones.
Something magnificent. Staying connected. First, let us say how much we appreciate you.
Okay.
Your patience, your positivity, and your continued presence here with us are a constant source of encouragement. You are the reason this community has endured and grown stronger, and we are grateful to share this journey with you. This platform will remain open and continue to be your trusted source of information about all things related to OnPassive. As we can,
Then I'm confused because I'm like, well, why would there be any news related? If you're opening up a new back office area for a new company, what news could there be with OnPassive coming in future? You know what I mean? That's weird.
continue to work through the remaining international matters. We will keep you updated right here with topics connected to OnPassive.
He's yelling at us again.
At the same time, we want you to know something important. The details about how we move forward into our big, bold, beautiful, shared dream!
I love it. I love it so much.
Will not be posted here!
No!
That next chapter will unfold in a new way.
Hallelujah!
A unique approach, designed especially for what's coming.
Amen.
When the time is right, you'll be the first to know. For now, please stay tuned. We have some wonderful surprises in store.
I hope they yell all of them at us. I love it.
Things we believe you will not only appreciate, but love. Thank you again for being here with us. Together, we're not just moving forward. We are.
Why does it feel like imminent doom? Like what? It is so powerful and motivating, but then at the same time, I'm like, I feel like I should be scared about what's coming. Weird vibes.
Preparing to step into something magnificent! Joe White and Bill Musk commentary. Those words of Mr. Ashmufair was the beginning of the rumble. Although some might have been thinking that the ONews 12 was going to be resounding. Definition unmistakable. Emphatic, those words cut a path across our minds and hearts. What some may have thought is that Mr. Mufair was going to reveal the critical technology of what the corporate webinar, which will be in essence the most pertinent information to date in the coming global webinar.
Wait, what? What? Those words cut a path across our minds and hearts. What some may have thought is that Mr. Mufaro was going to reveal the critical technology about what the corporate webinar, which will be in essence the most pertinent information. Yeah, it just makes no sense. I don't know what that is supposed to say.
He will only talk about, as he said, applications, not specifics. The information is so top level that it will not be posted in the OES.
So top level. That's why. Listen, the information coming to you soon is just so top level. It will break the OES if we post it in there. All right, the excitement will be too much.
Office! That might be a head scratcher, but not for those who are relying with Mr. Mufair's thinking that can't be revealed to everyone who is a founder. Mr. Mufair said that a person can't ruin something he doesn't know. So whatever private means that he will convey this new way of communication will reflect the significance of the information.
What if he decides to give you guys tin cans and strings? Will you have a problem then? I'm just wondering. Probably not.
Will be done in a very unique way. Something magnificent.
Oh my God, they got Linkin Park.
Staying connected. Those two phrases are joined and can't be separated. Magnificent. stylish, impressively beautiful, elaborate, or extravagant, connected, joined, or linked together, having elements logically linked together.
All the elements
using together were not,
like wind, fire, water, bring them all. I swear we're hexing someone right now or something. Something crazy and wacky's going on over here.
written by Mr. Mufera to sound smart. He never makes a statement without carefully crafting them. In our opinion, Mr. Ashmufair uses these phrases together because they perfectly capture the dual mission of his company. By instructing or improving someone
Calm down there, didn't it?
intellectually. In our opinion, Mr. Mufair will put a premium on education. Something magnificent, speaks to the grand vision, creating exceptional, personalized digital experiences that feel unreal to the customer and drive magnificent results for the business. Staying connected is the practical, human-centered method to achieve it. It's about building and maintaining genuine, one-to-one connections between brands and their customers at every touch point. Together, they state that by staying connected with...
Right? Like, why is it so frightening? Like, I don't know. I don't feel like the vibe is completely, like, excited and motivating. You know, there's some doom ahead, it feels like.
People, you can create something magnificent for them! Mr. Mufair is very appreciative of all the remarkable founders who have been by his side in his mission, which also has become our mission. That is another thing that separates Mr. Mufair from other CEOs of not only technology companies, but all companies!
He's the best in all companies! We promise! That's what separates him! He has no products and no services to give you! You just sit around and wait! See, he's better!
He is grateful! And
you can promise anything you want when you never actually have to come up with anything.
Founders keep inspiring him and his technology teams to greater accomplishments! If anyone talks about what is happening with OnPassive,
you're scaring Jerry.
And they didn't get it from Mr. Mufair is seriously out of touch with reality. He will keep all of us updated with international matters pertaining to OnPassive.
Now, we're the ones who are out of touch with reality. Us. The rest of the world. Not the people in OnPassive. Oh, no.
The last part of ONews 12 said it all.
Did it?
He said the details about how we move forward into our big, bold, beautiful shared dream. Will not be posted here. Will not be posted.
Will not be posted.
It will not be posted.
Not be posted. Not be posted, not be posted, not be posted.
That is critically significant.
He won't post it. He won't post it.
So
he won't post it.
Don't even think about asking Bill Musk and me about why was that being done that way.
Don't even
Mufara said, when the time comes, we will be the first to know.
Just not in the back office. It'll be somewhere else now. All right, well, there you have it. Yeah. How powerful was that? How powerful was that, huh? That was intense. I love them though. I can't help but love it a little bit, you know? It's so much better when they yell it at us. I imagine them moving to Telegram, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they were doing, or just in the Facebook group that they think is locked down. The last part of ONews 12 said, keep waiting and don't expect anything soon. It's like, that's what I heard. I didn't think these could get worse. Oh gosh, I know, right? That one was like half a song. You know, that AI can really hold a note. Founders will need to learn Morse code. Yes, that would be hilarious. Imagine that. All right, so I'm sure you guys are like, I have no clue what that was about. Because it's hard to follow and get the message out of that. Because Bill Musk adds in like all this extra fluff to basically pump up how great the company in Ash is, like in with the message. So you're like, what the hell was the message? Well, let's talk about it. OnPassive may be ending, but this community is not. So, in August 2025, the SEC settled in a final judgment against Ashraf Mufara and OnPassive LLC. The SEC litigation, which was filed on August 11th, 2023, stated OnPassive was a fraudulent multi-level marketing scheme that took in over $108 million from more than 800,000 people worldwide. Due to this settlement, Mufara is now banned from running companies for 8 years and owes over $27 million in fines and disgorgement. Despite this, communications to loyal members continue, and the tone has shifted toward secrecy and exclusivity. On September 9th, 2025, OnPassive sent out updates praising members' patience and positivity, promising something magnificent ahead. But they also announced that future details will not be posted here, meaning no more public updates. Instead, they'll use a new way to share the next chapter. In 2025, this is even more concerning because secrecy now serves to shield the leader from legal scrutiny and keep members inside the bubble. So this is it here. Something magnificent. Stay connected. Like, they're not staying connected. It's like that's all they can do. First, let us say how much we appreciate you, your patience, your positivity, and your continued presence here with us are a constant source of encouragement. You are the reason this community has endured and grown stronger, and we are grateful to share this journey with you. How nice, right? They have 6 months to pay the $27 million. Ash had to pay the $4 million. He claims he did pay it within the 10 days, and the rest they have 6 months to pay. This platform will remain open and continue to be your trusted source of information about all things related to OnPassive. Which again is a little confusing because I thought there was like what could be related to OnPassive in future. You know what I mean? As we continue to work through the remaining international matters, we will keep you updated right here with topics connected to OnPassive and its progress. So now it sounds like they're just kind of sitting on the sidelines until the legalities are over with. And then, like, they're going to be starting it back up again. Like, that's what this wording tells me. Which is very bizarre after they just went so hard telling everyone OnPassive is over. All the Facebook groups are telling people if you write about OnPassive, we're not going to approve the post. Stop putting the logo everywhere. So this is what I mean when I say it's just constant mixed messaging here. Like, what are they supposed to think now, you know? I hope everyone has learned what our great leader Ash has been preparing for us. I hope they learn eventually too, because this didn't tell us anything. And it just scam it. Good to see you, Albs. So yeah, I am not really sure like how you're supposed to take that. At the same time, we want you to know something important. The details about how we move forward into our big, bold, beautiful shared dream will not be posted here. That's right. Not here. That next chapter will unfold in a new way, a unique approach. Like he's going to dance naked for us instead. And it will be interpretive dance, and then we'll have to guess what it means. I mean, like, that's what they're making it sound like. It's like this big new thing. Designed especially for what's coming. When the time is right, you will be the first to know. For now, please stay tuned. And I'm like, to where? You said you weren't going to post it here anymore. We have some wonderful surprises in store. Things we believe you will not only appreciate, but love. Thank you again for being here with us together. We're not just moving forward. We're preparing to step into something magnificent. Sorry, he yelled that last part at us, I'm assuming, because it's all in capital letters with some exclamation points there. So, you know. So that was the message in the back office. Hey, sweet, good to see you. This is textbook cult of personality behavior. First, information control, restricting the updates to private channels so no one can fact check. Second, emotional bonding, making members feel they're part of an exclusive mission. And third, us versus them framing, portraying outsiders, including regulators and family, as threats to the dream. For members, this means heightened dependency on the leader for all information. The legal collapse creates cognitive dissonance, the uncomfortable clash between reality and belief. By controlling the flow of information, the leader helps members avoid confronting that clash. The risk is that members may double down by investing more time, money, and future with a new venture, and loyalty to prove they were right all along. For the leader, Mr. Mufara, this is about consolidating control over a smaller, more loyal core. By avoiding public updates, he can manage the narrative without contradiction. Ash Mufara is trying to pivot to new ventures under different branding, which is a common tactic to keep revenue flowing after exposure. Because I do think that he is going to try in some way to get money off of these people coming up soon. Psychologists note that isolation is one of the most powerful tools in a cult leader's arsenal. At first, members are showered with attention, what experts call love bombing. But over time, that warmth becomes conditional on loyalty. I'd say we've reached that point for sure. By cutting off outside perspectives, the leader creates a closed system where only their narrative exists. This fuels an us versus them mentality, making members distrust outsiders and even family, when reality, like the SEC judgment, conflicts with the group's promises. Secrecy helps members avoid the painful clash of cognitive dissonance. Sociologists view cults as high-control groups built around a charismatic leader. They often claim to be the only path to truth or success, demanding intense commitment from members. Isolation isn't just physical, it's social and cultural. Members are encouraged to cut ties with non-believers and follow strict internal rules. This creates a self-reinforcing bubble where the leader's word is law, an echo chamber where Ash's word is truth and he does no wrong. You know, he's like a guru. Hey, Takara, good to see you. Yes, pivot! Philosophers studying cults point to recurring belief patterns across history, from prosperity cults to cults of personality. The funny thing is that when it comes to any kind of cult, high control group, even domestic violence relationships, the coercive control is all the same. And the tactics are all the same. It's kind of crazy. It's universal. No matter where it is from, no matter what culture, nothing, like, it doesn't matter. It's weird to me. Interesting, but, weird. A common thread is the idea that members are chosen for a special mission, such as bringing AI with heart to the world to save humanity. This flatters the ego while binding identity to the group. Remember, you got to become OnPassive, which a lot of these people have. You don't see them online unless they're posting about OnPassive. You don't see them in chats unless they're going, I love OnPassive. OnPassive is amazing, Their whole lives is about it. The leader becomes the embodiment of that mission, and questioning them feels like betraying the cause. Fear of the outside world and suppression of critical thinking keep members dependent. For sure, Hi, Beth, Marina here. Hello, Marina. I cannot believe how many founders still believe in Ash and whatever he has planned. So sorry, sad. It is, I know. It is. I mean, none of these MLMs work. Hopefully you've learned that, right, Marina? Can't anyone control Ash? He keeps changing his words however he likes, and in this reckless manner, he is driving thousands of people in India to the streets, even to the extent of committing suicide. This is the most that the law can really do to control him. In India, you guys would have to start a case in India. The law has tried to stop him from promoting and marketing any way that they can. He does have a bar on him. But if he doesn't listen and just continues and people keep supporting it, they can hit him with a violation. But if you want me to be honest, I think they're waiting for him to really violate it before they do anything. You know what I mean? Does that make some sense? Waiting for him to get worse before they can make it get better. I have 300 football Ash metaphors on the ready, you guys. All right. The defense was full of Nancy men and Nancy boys. All right. That's number one. Ash scored on a 101-yard punt. Return with ONews 12. That's 2. You can have 3 more. Cult experts warn that when a group moves from public updates to private channels, it's a sign of tightening control. The smaller the circle, the easier it is for the leader to dominate the narrative. Members lose perspective, relying entirely on the group for identity and support. This deepens dependency and makes leaving feel impossible, not just emotionally, but socially and practically. For loved ones, this shift can be heartbreaking. Members may reject outside information as lies or negativity. They may distance themselves emotionally or even cut off contact with those who challenge the narrative. This can leave friends and family feeling powerless and frustrated. The most effective approach is to stay connected. Avoid direct attacks on the leader or the group. These often trigger defensive loyalty. Instead, ask open-ended questions that encourage reflection. Share neutral, factual information without emotional charge. Your goal is to remain a safe, trusted point of contact. Watch for sudden secrecy about meetings or communications. Notice if hostility toward non-members increases. Be alert to pressure for recruitment or investment despite the legal collapse. Ash seems to believe he can continue business as if nothing happened, and he may ask members for another buy-in for a new product. Urge your family member not to buy in again, and take note if the leader is increasingly idolized as a victim of persecution. So far, Ash has been idolized as such, and even praised as though he's a messiah. This is all very troubling as the group isolates more. Have you been doing all of this, though, for 7 long years and feel as though this isn't working? I understand you don't want to rock the boat too much in case your family member or your friend cuts contact or further isolates. So maybe we need to try a different approach. Ensure you stay in contact and remain as the safe space for your family member or friend so that they can come to you when they do want to leave the group. Refrain from "I told you so" type statements, as that can make them change their mind. They leave, they come to you, and then you're doing the "I told you so" thing. They might decide to return to prove you wrong. So it might be too early for that. One day, they'll tell you that you tried to warn them and thank you. Don't worry. One day they'll appreciate it. You know your family member, your friend, more than we do. If being straight up with them and saying this is a scam would work, then do so accordingly. Some people need to be faced with cold, hard facts. I would start with the SEC's litigation and final judgment and ask thought-provoking questions. Some good questions to start. As you're going through these documents, kind of throw them in here. You know, you're going through, you're reading through the facts. It's a legal document, so hopefully they don't think it's fake. They're not pulling a LaToya Diamond mummy there, saying that they're fake and Violet forged them. You know, so that they are obviously, you know, willing to sit down with you and go over these paperwork. So just as you're going through it with them, you know, just throw in these questions, these little statements and questions. It's the best way to sort of wake somebody up. The SEC says OnPassive raised over $108 million from more than 800,000 people worldwide, but never launched a paid product or paid a single commission. How does that compare with what you were told over the years? The court documents describe it as a pyramid scheme and unregistered securities offering. What do you think those terms mean in this context? Ashmufara agreed to an 8-year officer-director ban and millions in penalties. What do you think that says about the seriousness of the allegations? The SEC says the AI products like OMail, ONet, and OConnect were either non-functional or never launched for a fee. How does that line up with your own experience using them? There were repeated launch announcements that never materialized. How do you feel looking back on those delays now? I don't know why that one's on there twice. I'm sorry. The filings mention that members were encouraged not to ask questions and to trust the process. How do you think that affected your ability to make independent decisions? And then you can kind of continue with that one, you know? Like, well, what kinds of questions did you have that you feel weren't answered? And what do you think about these questions not being answered for you? You know? If a company is legitimate, should it need to hide information from the public or discourage open discussion among members? Given what's in the final judgment, what would you need to see or hear to feel confident in continuing to support OnPassive? And my favorite one, if someone you cared about was thinking of joining a business with this kind of legal history, what would you want them to know first? You know, if someone came to you, member of OnPassive, and they said, listen, there's this really great opportunity. It's been sued by the SEC and found to be a pyramid scheme. It's been launching for 7 years, but the guy says it's starting any day now. Would you tell your friend that that would be a good business opportunity to get involved in? What would you tell your friend then? Because that takes them out of looking at it from their point of view, and they look at it from a different point of view. When a member is willing to sit with those kinds of questions, especially while looking at something as concrete as the SEC's final judgment, it can quietly start to shift the ground under their feet. Here's what can happen. There's cracks in the narrative. Cult-like groups rely on tightly controlled story, right? They have a very tightly controlled story here. When someone compares that story to documented facts, even small inconsistencies can become hard to ignore. It's re-engaging critical thinking. Many members have been conditioned to accept information without scrutiny. Thought-provoking questions invite them to reason for themselves again, rather than repeat the group's talking points. They have to rethink about it all. Emotional dissonance. Realizing that promises and reality don't match can stir feelings of betrayal, anger, or sadness. That discomfort is often the first step toward change. For a lot of people, that's the first thing that they remember is, having some questions that nobody was answering. And then when they went to go try to find out the answers to the questions, they were met with anger instead of answers to their questions, Reclaiming agency. When they start asking, what do I think, instead of what does the leader say, they're taking back ownership of their decisions. Opening the door to outside perspectives. If they can discuss these questions with you without feeling attacked, it can make them more open to hearing other information later. And planting seeds. Sometimes all you can do is plant seeds. Even if they don't change their mind immediately, the questions can linger. Over time, those seeds can grow into a readiness to lead, or at least to question more deeply. The key is that these questions aren't about winning an argument. They're about creating a safe space for the member to think, feel, and connect dots at their own pace. When the walls close in, the leader will tell members the outside world is dangerous. It's going to get worse for the us versus them mentality now. Your job is to be the safe place that they can still imagine returning to. Patience, empathy, and informed persistence are your best tools. Thank you for caring enough to learn how to help. If you're supporting someone inside, you don't have to do it alone. The Freedom of Mind Resource Center offers strategies for recovery from all cults. The International Cultic Studies Association provides education and support. Stephen Hassan's BITE model is a great framework for understanding control tactics. Really great place to start for, figuring out what kind of coercive control you were experiencing. And there are lots of local therapies trained in undue influence recovery. And that can be invaluable. Reach out to a therapist. Tell the therapist when you're, shopping for your therapist that you are looking for somebody that is trained in undue influence recovery or in cult recovery. You can also, if none of that is available, seek out similar treatment that one would seek out if they were leaving a domestic violence relationship. It is the exact same coercive control tactics used. So somebody that is good at, helping people out of domestic violence situations would also understand these control tactics and how to recover from them. And in the meantime, I guess we're just going to have to put up with all of them obsessing over the ONews 12 as, OnPassive crumbles. Or maybe it doesn't, because allegedly the back office OES is going to be available for all your OnPassive news. I guess we'll have to see. Try to ask the questions in a neutral tone. That's right. That's right. Oh, I love these. Look, it's Krishna. Yeah, Krishna Nayak Mudaba. OnPassive AI technology family members, everyone very, very happy. Our great, lovely CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, sir, technical team, all leaders and founders, everyone, God bless you. Win with win, win. You win with win, win. That one was fun to read. But we were having fun. But Julie just looks bad today. So, of course, Julie had to come on and get all excited about the ONews. And once again, I don't know what is going on with Julie, but she just seems very upsetty spaghetti. You know? There's nothing to win at, Krishna. No. Not with OnPassive or Krishna. Come on, Julie.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? It is September 9th, 2025, and it is 9 o'clock my time. And let me see if I could change my name instead. Just really quick.
Because it's big, bold, beautiful, shared dreams.
Okay, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you are having a fantastic Tuesday going on Wednesday. Have you seen ONews 12? What was your thought? I would love to, if you could, share your thoughts on ONews 12, but stick to, it is, right? Stick to ONews 12. So,
Stick to ONews
let's see.
12.
When our Angel Sherry Dersher
You think they were going to start typing about ONews 11 instead? Oh, no.
way sent out a message, and then Susie and Chris and all of our friends are like, ONews 12 is out. I was very excited. I was actually at the office. It was in the middle of a meeting, so I just kind of took my phone and skimmed through it really quick.
Okay.
But the word magnificent.
Don't be doing that, Julie. Don't get fired from your real day job because you're trying to keep up with this scale. That would not be very smart. Many IT companies, how much taking the years, 15 year above, but our past company only 8 years, still running and successful. It's not successful though. How do you define success when you are a business? Is it based on how many products you sell? How good the service is that you provide? How much money you make? Or how loyal you are to the leader? Think about that. ONews 12, another waste of time, right? But like the only new information was that there was no longer going to be posted information in the back office. Other than that, once again, it's just the same message with different words, right? Hey, Violet, good to see you. Like it's kind of frustrating because it's like I feel like we've just gotten the same message this whole time. From ONews 1 to 11, it has just been the exact same message, recycled. Maybe they've thrown in that there's a webinar a couple times, and then this time they threw in that they would not be updating us in the OES back office anymore. But like other than that, same shit, just over and over again. And it's like, do they not clue in? I guess not. That's how strong the control is over here. The brainwashing. The companies of 15 years are still in business legally, right? You know, it's not the same.
Really caught my attention. Mr. Ash Mufareh could have chosen the word fantastic or wonderful.
Oh my God, now we have to hear a whole explanation as to why the word magnificent was used instead of fantastic or wonderful. Get ready for this, guys. Really riveting, important business meeting stuff. You know, she She probably hurried out of her real job business meeting in order to read this message. So get ready.
But our founder, Mr. Ashmore Farah, deliberately said magnificent, right? In ONews 12. To me,
I like to think that none of the things that he posts are actually deliberate and that he just randomly uses these words. Like, imagine Ash just randomly, he's not really thinking much, there's not much up there, and he's typing out this message on the computer, and he's like, I don't know, I'll give it a name. We'll just say Magnificent New ONews or whatever, right? Sure, we'll just call it Magnificent. Just throws that word up there, no thought behind it. And then all of them are like, did you guys see that he chose the word magnificent? What do you think it means? And he's like, I don't get why they keep doing this.
This word magnificent carries such a deeper and more profound meaning. To me, of course, it means something.
Yes, unfortunately, the whole world is cheated by Ash. Except for Ash. He and his family pocketed a bunch of money. You know, paid for salon and spas and martial art classes and stuff for himself like groceries. You know, but everyone else is screwed.
It's exceptionally good, exceptionally grand, exceptionally impressive, and it carries such a highest quality. Like I always say from other ONews, that every time an ONews come out, to me, it is a declaration. On this ONews 12, it's really a bold declaration to me.
It's a presidential address.
To me, it seems like
or maybe that's just the webinars, the corporate webinars.
It is promising of something extraordinary is going to happen. My first reaction on ONews 12 was liquid gold. I said liquid gold right away. And to me, what does that mean by liquid gold? To me, it is the word magnificent, the whole entire ONews 12, really rich in its substance. It's the way that is delivered in ONews 12 was very smooth, and it's beautifully intricate in a way where he delivers the word that he used, every single word that Mr. Mofara used in ONews 12 carries such a deep meaning to me. In my view, Mr. Ash Mofara described what is coming. It's magnificent. I sense that he preparing us for something that far beyond the ordinary that we see, something that deserving a red carpet reveal.
A red carpet reveal that's going to be extraordinary, as Julie here says it. Extraordinary. Now what's next? Nothing. Unfortunately. He has an 8-year director bar, so he shouldn't be doing anything next. You can get a hold of the people in your area, though, like the police and your securities commission, and you can report him for the scam. I've tried. They told me I can't report in India because I am not living there. I need to do it through the Indian portal. So I need somebody that is in India to have access to that portal so that they can do it. I've emailed, I've done it, I've tried every single way, and they just keep on hitting me back and going, you don't live here, so we don't care what you have to say. And I'm like, well, it's your people that are getting ripped off here, sir. So until you guys are willing to be like, enough of this already, we want to take this man down, we can only do what we can from Canada and the US, which we have done. Unfortunately, here in Canada is also like, well, you know, the US already kind of got him. So maybe if he sells more securities here, then we'll be upset about it. But for now, We'll just see how this goes. Trust me, I've tried. Can't doesn't mean won't, exactly. I think he's trying to start something up, obviously, but then he keeps talking about OnPassive still going. It's so confusing to everyone. I'm still amazed at how founders like Julie are utterly mesmerized by the incoherent words of a babbling idiot. Just by the word magnificent or fabulous or exciting. And they're like, oh my God, he used that one word. Oh my God, I listened to that Bill Musk video in the beginning. And oh my fucking God, I never laughed so hard. I was waiting for the AI to yell, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Right? And the word magnificent really
Maybe they should
conveys,
sell some Sundays.
he start with something magnificent, really conveys what he's about to share. Not only it's remarkable, but also worth of admiration as well. And the word that he used, it's very meaningful in a way where he wanted to say.
See, and this is what Ash wants. Ash wants to create a community where you're all policing each other. I thought you were family, and this was a business opportunity. Therefore, you should be able to ask all the questions. And it shouldn't be considered as negative. You know, there is such thing as toxic positivity, which is when you stay positive all the time, even when bad things are going on. And OnPassive reached that several years ago. So now Ash has got you guys all policing each other on your language and your behavior. That's not a community, that is a cult. Especially when he expects you to go around in other people's chats. Because this isn't an OnPassive chat. This isn't your chat. Yeah, you seem to think that you can tell people what they can and can't say in my live stream chat over this. This is my chat where you are allowed to talk about OnPassive any way that you so choose. You can ask whatever questions you want. And you can hear the actual truth. You don't have the right to tell. You don't have a wrench. I do have people in here with a wrench. And they'll ask questions. But they won't tell people not to be negative about this thing. Because this is where people go to blow off some steam sometimes when they are negative about this thing because of people like you policing them everywhere where they can't ask a question. And I'm just going to say it again. Dubai police are looking into this for money laundering. You don't know where your money's going. You don't know where it went. You don't know what you're supporting. You don't know what crimes Ash Mufareh is running in Dubai or Hyderabad behind the scenes. So you might want to be careful of how much you connect yourself to this thing and how much you police people in this thing. They might think you're high up in this thing. You might end up in a criminal investigation. Don't be like Julie and Chris Johnson and the rest of these people who seem to not care. And they'll put their faces and their real first and last names next to crime syndicates. Don't do it.
A lot more, but he doesn't. He doesn't. And he will. There will be time he will. But that word magnificent really carries. So I wanted to take this live to actually kind of look into the word magnificent, what does it implies and how it relates into what is going to happen.
Look
The
up another
first
definition.
meanings or the first implications or the first things that I see is the scent of grandeur. It suggests that Mr. Mufareh is about to unveil something that is breathtaking.
You ever heard of delusions of grandeur? You should look into what that means next. Why don't you type in delusions of grandeur and then look up what the definition of that is, because that is what Ash Mufareh suffers from, as he sits there and tells you guys that the people that are running Apple and Microsoft and Meta and any of these companies out here are all scared of him and his big ideas. And that's why he can't launch this thing. You know? While these OnPassivians don't get a job and stop scamming people, delusional is too soft of a word for them. Well, about half of them are in areas that are not the US and Canada, Western society, where you can just go and apply for a job. So they went into areas where there aren't just a job that people can go to and apply for. Secondly, MLM companies are actually legal in the United States, to the point that you guys actually voted a president in that used to run one, and along with doing other things. You have the Direct Sellers Association. The FTC is allowed to make them illegal. And you have a community that's been trying to make these exact scams illegal in these countries like USA, Canada, UK, Australia, all over the place for over 6 years. Yet for some reason, mainly because the people that are in the US government make a lot of money off of it, MLMs are not considered scams. OnPassive was an MLM company. Proven to be a pyramid scheme, because technically MLM companies are all just pyramid schemes that you've all been tricked to accept socially, so that the 1% of people in the US can continue to make money off of them. So if you don't want scams like this to continue running, then stop voting Republican. All right? Because they're all making money off of it. And as long as they are running these organizations like the FTC, the SEC, and they got the DSA going, people are going to be losing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every single year. Over 18 million people in the United States alone join a multi-level marketing company every single year. So I would love it if everyone would be like, oh my God, these are all scams. And they started looking at people that were in them like, oh, maybe we shouldn't be joining these things. Unfortunately, they're also socially acceptable in Western society. And apparently it's also socially acceptable in Western society to go into poor places, communities where they can't find jobs, and then trick them into thinking that these things will pay them money, when it's been proven over and over and over again by their own statistics that less than 1% of people in any multi-level marketing company can make a livable wage. In other words, until the world is actually really done with this slavery shit, we're going to be here for a while. And you're going to see lots of people like OnPassivians. Never mind the OnPassivians. What about the people in Amway? What about the people in Sensi? What about the people in ItWorks? I could go on. There's about 5 million companies in the US alone. Take it up with Utah. Like,
scope and the way that he scaled it, the impact of what he is and his team capture, right? Whatever that they are working on, the scale of it, the scope of it, and the impact that is going to happen if it was to reveal to us.
been in a lot
And
of
then
things.
the second thing was
It's a
unparalleled
new movie every
quality.
time.
The word magnificent, or the entire ONews, really signifies the what he's revealing is very elegant, very excellent. It's
Right.
really it's a standard that really rise above everything else, arrive above the ordinary.
Not the
It
extraordinary.
also carry an exceptional achievement on what he said. It really points out the fact that it was very remarkable achievement, the remarkable accomplish, where whatever that is going to reveal to us really.
Okay, I'm sorry. We got to go back a couple of seconds here. Hold on. Wait, what? Okay.
It points out the fact that it was very remarkable achievement, the remarkable accomplish, where whatever that is going to reveal to us really have to have an awe-inspiring and a hard one. It has to be something really good. So what
It better be good, right, Julie? I mean, imagine if he just shows up with ONET again. How awful that would be. What would you do? Fortunately, something, probably nothing. Probably nothing. Socially accepted in the UK that they turn up at job fairs. Avon, yep. Yep. That's what I mean. And it's so funny because I get it all the time where people are like, everyone knows not to join these things. And I'm like, oh yeah? So then why are they still legal? And why are they still socially acceptable then? Explain. Everyone knows.
in this whole meaning of the word magnificent really carries so many meanings of what he wants to say.
And I stopped asking to see the Epstein files. Ask to see the Amway files and the Scientology files. If you want to see the corruption in your country.
Also implies the fact that it is a must-know moment. We gotta know it. We gotta be prepared for it. He is choosing such a powerful adjective where he emphasized that if you are missing this news or if you're missing this step, it cannot be missed, right? You got to be there. You got to be there and see and catching whatever that new is coming, whatever that he is reviewing is going to happen, and whatever that he is sharing with us.
He's making no sense talking about this AI with art stuff. Just cut her loose.
Is designed to actually spark an excitement and also spark that anticipation that we've been anticipating.
The anticipation that we've been anticipating. Julie, what a wordsmith you are in this video.
In ONews 12, he also really emphasized the high praise and the...
Okay, we need like one spokesperson. Like only one of you are allowed to read out the ONews. Because, like, think about it. You're an founder of this thing. You remember, you're not one of these guys. You're expected to watch all of these videos today that are all just reiterating this message to you on repeat over and over and over again. And although repetition is a really great way to get control over people's minds, it must get fucking annoying after a while. They should really only have one person that's allowed to come out here, announce the message, read the message, and then the rest of you just got to react to it or something. What if Ash was in the Epstein files? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he was.
Inspiration that he said. The word magnificent motivates.
Apparently, you can just rewrite them. So.
It's not only that, it's uplifting us, but it's also uplifting his team. Mr. Mufara has also expressed the gratitude for our community endurance present, calling our collective efforts.
Please, I want to ask you this question. What do you want from Mr. Ash? I want transparency, honesty, and I would like him to stop lying. He wants to help the humanity. That's not what he's doing this for. He's doing it for power, money, and control. Because he really likes praise. What is your problem? I don't like these systems that are designed to fuck over people, especially people that are vulnerable people. OnPassive did a really good job of seeking out all the most vulnerable people they could to promise them things to not deliver. such as seeking out people that don't even have access to the internet, telling them to join, pay $97 US, and then he would give them the data center so that they could have access to the internet. What would a community that doesn't have access to the internet need an AI company for that you need to sell online? Good question. And then he never brought them the data center, even though he pocketed $108 million. Could have built a data center for that. He also went into areas where they didn't even have access to clean running water, something that I personally believe that everybody should have access to, just for free. You should just be able to have access to water. Unfortunately, in our world, there are several areas that do not have access to clean water, and if you are not going to go there to help them, then you should really fuck off and not go there to hurt them. I believe that. I believe if you're not going into these areas to actually help them and bring them the water filtrations that you promised them and actually help their community, then you have one hell of a nerve to hurt them. And that's what he did. I don't like people that prey on vulnerable people. I don't like predators. I don't like this entire multi-level marketing system because it is set up to fail. It is set up to keep the person in it constantly working and paying in. It was a way for them to ensure that they had guaranteed customers and that they could continue breaking the labor laws while they had people doing free marketing for them and basically slave labor, which I thought that we didn't like slavery back in, the 60s, 70s now? I don't know when it was for the U.S. off the top of my head at the moment. But it's been a little while, yet here we are, still expecting people to do slave labor. The only weird thing about MLMs is that it tricks you into thinking that you are helping other people. So it's even more seedy. Because it goes and searches for people that are good-hearted people that want to help other people, tricks them, bringing them into this system, and then they actually hurt people while they're under the impression that they're helping. And there's just something really sickening about that to me. You know, again, if you have good-hearted people that want to help people, why are you fucking with them? Why would you do that? Leave them alone. Let them go help people then. And a lot of people leave MLMs and they go, I don't want to help people anymore. So it's making our world a worse place. Millions and millions of dollars are lost to these things every single year. Where do they go? In the CEO's pocket instead of back into your economy. Your U.S. economy, you should probably be worried about. Or your Indian economy, which you should also probably be worried about in this moment. So the money would be better spent within your economy instead of going to some guy in the U.S. who's sitting in a nice fancy house that you all paid for. Well, you're doing 80-hour weeks and you're lucky if you make $2,000 a year. That is why I do not like this. And so I choose to spend my time speaking out about all of it, not to mention the cult tactics that they use to actually control your mind, take over your identity, cut you off from your friends and family, or bring them into these schemes so that they're also in there hurting people and being harmed. And once again, they take people that wouldn't harm their friends and family, would never want to do anything to harm their friends and family. They're under the guys they're helping. That's sick. That's seedy. And they all know what they're doing. Every single one of them that runs these companies, when they start and they choose this model, this specific business model, they know what they're doing. Not to mention about half of the companies out here right now are connected to human trafficking, child sex slaves, and other really severe crimes like the sales of guns into wars that you would not be supporting right now if you were aware of it. Except they don't tell you that. Because they're not going to be like, oh yeah, by the way, when you buy our product, we pocket half the money and then the other half goes into organized crime. But MLMs actually keep a lot of the organized crime in a lot of areas going. That is what funds a lot of the organized crime. And people don't realize that either. It isn't just the crypto ones. health and wellness company I just recently spoke out about on my community tab was tied to all kinds of disgusting things. Neolife. So you think that you're buying a health and wellness supplement, but really you're funding a child sex trafficking ring in another country that you don't even know exists. They're not transparent with where their money's going. Because, again, they're not going to be like, yeah, I take half of it, the other half goes into crime. That is why I speak out, not only about OnPassive, but about all of these things that use these systems. A system that, by the way, was based off of L. Ron Hubbard's Scientology system, by the way. Do you know about Scientology and L. Ron Hubbard? You should look into it. That's another cult that does child abuse. And basically has a system where people just continuously work and pay into it, including the children. But MLMs cover it up with charity works, I know. Which is also really disgusting to me. Because it's like, those charities don't want your dirty money, you know? Shining a light on the words of the founders in Ash. Mm-hmm. We're showing lies and how people are believing them. You're all victims of this scam, including Julie. You want her to get out and live a better life too. That would be nice. It would be nice. I always joke that's the Illuminati.
Really encouraging all of us together, and that encouragement really magnificent. Like the way he used the word magnificent, it's really brilliant in carrying out ONews 12. He also recognizes the fact that, you know, all of us together as a collective community, our resilience and our growth was truly exceptional. And so
exceptional
for all of us who are following ONews from the very beginning, we know something that immense values is going to.
I don't feel like us following ONews from the beginning gives us any kind of knowledge that's extra. Like if you just started following it yesterday, you're fine.
To come, right? And
Like,
something that's greater than the typical, you know, day-to-day or the typical technology that we see now, or the typical products that we see, or the applications. As we remember in the previous ONews 11, he had mentioned about education.
That's right. You should talk smack on every single product so that then when you release your product, we can remind you that you talked smack about it here. Good job, Julie.
Finance, and he's talking about the new applications. I really encourage everyone to revisit ONews 1 to ONews 12. I feel that each update, each ONews feels feel like there is an interconnected somehow in each of those ONews, and each of those interconnections, each of those ONews is really a stepping stone.
Joe's like, it didn't change my life, and I'm still waiting for my damn O-mail to show up. Listen, Joe, maybe we're just not seeing how extraordinary it is. And that's our problem. We're not like Julie here. All right? She sees how extraordinary it is. And it makes her very excited.
Stone toward something big, something bold and beautiful shared dreams. And he mentioned this big, bold, beautiful shared dreams in.
I really want the soap opera to come and sue them for using their motto. You're low vibrational, Joe. Broke mindset.
Almost all of the ONews. So I'm really, really encouraging everyone that come in and watch ONews.
They're all the
one
same.
thing that I would like to remind everyone that Mr. Ashmufara also emphasized the fact that the OES platform is the only trusted source of information that we should rely on. You know, we should go in there if we want the information about OnPassive. He really stylized the name in the lowercase. As you remember at the very beginning, we really emphasized all capital on the OnPassive name. but now he really put it in a lowercase. It really, it's.
You know what? I didn't even notice that. That's crazy.
Really, to me, it's really a subtle meaning, but it's also reflecting the very beginning, the humility and the unity of the core value. That's where we built the old vehicles, really cherishing some of those memories that we all together, we built the trust, we build the love.
I thought I dreamed that, Violet. I've also thought about that before. I just didn't know what product it was. It was a denture cleaner. I like have this name in my head from like a very distant memory. And I was like, there was something that it was like magnificent, but it was like, what was it? It was a product from like way, way back. And I swear to God, you just said what it was. That was it. Magnificent. The their denture cleaner. Yep, that makes sense. Robin is also going to break, right? Lowercase letters, and that's the other thing. Like, they're not going to all get this memo at the same time. So they're still going to be arguing over whether or not you put them in lowercase or high case.
From one another. That's, I feel like it is a foundation that brought all of us to this moment. And so OES is the sole trusted space of information about OnPassive that we all should, if there are new informations or something updates that's coming, OES, it's where we want to know about OnPassive.
So is OnPassive still a thing? This is what we're all wondering.
He also encouraging every one of us, I also wanted to encourage every one of us to actually read and understand the rest of his message in ONews, because it carries so much magnificent meaning to it. And it is very important for all of us to stay close.
He's trying so hard.
Connected and be ready to the next step, be ready to the giant steps or whatever the step that is going. I also love the fact that Mr. Ashmufara closed his message really reiterating that we are preparing to step into something that is magnificent. Something magnificent. Also, the end of his message, he really started with something magnificent and he ended with magnificent. So it carries so much meaning. The question here I'm asking everyone is, are we ready for this incredible surprises awaiting for us? Are you excited? Because I am. Therefore, let's stay tuned, stay together, and stay prepared for something that truly extraordinary is going to happen. And the best way to do it is stay close to our community. All right, that is my message, and that is how I view ONews 12. And I ended at the 12 minutes. Take care, everyone. God bless. Stay well.
Julie, you really tried so hard in that one. They are still coming in front of people and talking. How can you say that they cheated people? I think you guys hate him very much and come live to confuse people by putting two pigs. I can say that because of the SEC final judgment right here. Because Ashmufara was sued, did a $4 million fine, and then has to pay back over $27 million in disgorgement. Plus, OnPassive was given a $4 million fine. Not to mention, I've covered several of these things before OnPassive that came and went and were very, very scammy. Some of them are still going to this day, and people still show up every single day and show their faces. For some reason, in MLMs, they don't care. They'll steal all your money and show up and smile at your face. But because this happened, we now know See? OnPassive is liable for disgorgement of over $26 million, plus interest of over $1 million. OnPassive and Ash each have to pay a civil penalty in the amount of $4 million. They had 90 days to pay the 31 mil. All right. Ashraf, Mufara, and OnPassive are permanently restrained and enjoined from directly or indirectly offering, operating, or participating in any marketing or sales program in which a participant is compensated or promised compensation solely or primarily for inducing another person to become a participant in the program, or if such induced person induces another to become a participant in the program. So he can't run an MLM company which will pay you commissions. So I'm not really sure what you would be doing here then, because he can't hire you out as an employee. Do you live near him? He lives in Orlando, Florida. If he opens a storefront, could you go work for him at a private business? No. So, therefore, you being here and in OnPassive is basically just so that he can keep this dream alive. You're in a cult now. Cult of personality where you all just praise Ash. You're not selling anything. You're not providing anything. You're all just meeting up and praising Ash and saying you hope one day you'll all save the world. Yet none of you actually have a plan on how you're going to go about saving the world. It's all just contingent on Ash apparently doing something magnificent in future. One small magnificent step for Ash, one giant magnificent leap for humanity. And then nothing ever happens. Surprise! Right? Pam's clock is ticking, you know? You know? So that is why it's been taking 7 years and nothing has happened. Because I don't think Ash ever planned on actually releasing products to begin with. He released some shabby products literally right after he got sued. If it wasn't for the lawsuit with the SEC, I don't think he would have released OConnect. You know? I think that this thing kind of took off a little bit more than he thought it was going to, because all the other scams that he had done quickly and just kind of stolen a bunch of money from people and then shut down, they all, shut down after he stole a bunch of money from people. This one, he stole a bunch of money from people and then it just kept going. And he was like, shit, what do I do now? I never made it this far before. They're actually fucking staying. And even if I don't provide them with anything, they're still here. And he's just kind of running it like that now. And then you guys are doing loyalty tests, which is concerning. What else is concerning is how Chris is looking these days. His eyes are all closed over. He's beet red. I don't know what's going on, but he's not looking too well. But he is very excited about the ONews 12, of course, as they all are. So I thought we would speed him up. Let's speed him up and then see what he has to say. He's at 1.25 because I cannot do Chris at regular speed today. We joke about it, but OMail didn't work properly. Exactly. There were emails that we all sent that did not arrive. People were having trouble logging into it at several different times. Same with the O tracker and the O trim. People were complaining that their links weren't working even when the products were still around. They would come and go. One day the link wouldn't be working. And then they were told not to do tickets and stuff to let them know. Because it was all just, everything's perfect here. Pretend everything's working perfectly. Which you can't be that way when you're running a tech company, by the way. You need to be told if things are not working. You can't do the toxic positivity, everything's perfect first try. Yet here he is doing it all again. You know? The ladies in Texas have worn him out. That reminds me, there was this really creepy video of their meetup.
Hey, Brother Ash. This is, you know this guy, Bob. But look at this beautiful wife, Yvonne.
Hello, Ash. Hello.
All right. This is first time meeting. Oh, I met Bob because I canceled his Uber. You actually canceled his Uber driver in Boston. It wasn't me. But, and this is his beautiful wife. This is his childhood friend.
Valentine.
Yes.
Is it Valentine?
Valentine, yes.
Right. So, and this is people from all over, from generation to generation. Cameron, where do you find them?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your history, because Ash loves to know that kind of stuff.
Oh, Ash. Cameron, we're here celebrating our graduation. See, we love to do community. We support each other.
Yeah.
When one person does something great, everyone comes out to celebrate them, to encourage the little ones to see. Yes, it's a
Guess
beautiful
what?
thing.
Ash tells us that he's going to uplift humanity through education. And that is why we're here, Ash. See, your mission is already
It's like, well, they're not graduating from Academy.
manifesting itself in a way that maybe we haven't seen it yet.
Yes.
It's the reason why we're here is education, and that's what it's going to uplift the world, like you say.
Beautiful.
Even their child's graduation has to be about OnPassive.
You're going to make him cry, you know that.
So thank you, Ash. Thank you, and I cannot wait you meet your family too.
Thank you, Ash, for what? Did he raise your kid? Did he give your kid this graduation? Did he give your kid this education? No.
And God bless you.
There you go.
But God bless Ash.
And the food is off the charts.
Yeah, this is fish,
Fish,
puff puff,
banana.
banana,
I can't even say this stuff, but it's good. It's good.
and that's what's that?
That's
Cognac,
7-Up and Kool-Aid.
This is why people hate Americans.
All right.
It's just, weird. Weird. They were all kind of like that, They're on his Facebook. Social media platforms are where the money to be made is at the moment. People are looking for a new one to jump from X too often, yeah? And he still won't get ONet done in time. I will never get to make a second post on the ONet blog. Oh my God, it's so true. Rest in peace. I received a rush order for the extra small loop for Chris to the RV, I assume. Yeah, he's still on this road trip. All right, let's get into this thing. Again, with the drink.
Hey. Excuse my appearance, folks. It's okay. Yes, I got a Texas cowboy hat. Don't worry, Shane. You still got my favorite hat out there. How is everyone doing today? I'm still in Texas, but I'm a little farther somewhere else.
Do you guys think that he changed the hat because we were making fun of his hat? Or do you guys think he changed the hat because he was in Texas and somebody was like, hey, dude, that's a woman's hat you're wearing? Or do you think he just got a new hat? It has nothing to do with his old hat. Let me know. Chris can't say banana. I don't know what dishes they were because I could barely see it. But I'm assuming that they had some African dishes that maybe he couldn't pronounce, but I wouldn't be surprised if he also couldn't say banana. We should ask him if he could spell banana. That would be interesting.
I'm not saying right now. As you can see, my eyes are a little sore from doing a little driving today. Not too much today. But then, halfway through my drive, what pops up? Always, ONews 12. Tried to read it when I was driving. I said, no, just wait. You can wait. Usually Susie or Julie will call me and read it to me, and I forgot to tell them to call me and read it. But wait till I stop. Read through it again. But before I get into ONews 12, I had a discussion with someone up high, probably you know who, about food as usual. And I told him I tried the what's a burger or something. I don't know what's in Texas. I didn't care for it. And this guy, Ash, says, you didn't go to In-N-Out. Julie, same thing, In-N-Out. I couldn't find an In-N-Out, but I'm dying to find one. So I'm pretty close to leaving Texas, but I'll get one sooner or later. Don't you worry about that. It's like I need to eat more. Not really. Want to thank again Marcy Ann and the Decusis and Scott and Josie for taking care of me. They took care of me, believe it or not monetarily, not anything else, but they filled my heart with a bunch of love and joy and happiness. And I can't be more appreciative. Someone remind me, I won't say his name again, about how nice it is to be able to travel all over the place and have friends.
Like, what is going on with his eyes? Is he okay? Like, what is happening? Something is wrong. Like, they're like closed over. Like, maybe you should try going to the doctor.
Friends in every state and every country that will open up
every state and country.
Open up your homes to you. It is a great feeling, and I think I needed to be reminded of that, and I love that. So, again, Texas has been very good to me. I actually really like it. It's a little hot. Wasn't too bad today. As you can see, I didn't shave today. I'm a little on the bummy side, and that's okay. I'm just having a really good time. And then I read ONews 12. And so I was texting Ash earlier. I said, basically, I got to think about what I want to say in this one because I want to read it a few times and understand it. And the more I read it, of course, the better I understood it. But he talks about something a lot of people ask me a question about, of the end of OnPassive, and this is good. I just want to read this part. And you can read it on your own, but I want to read certain parts of this like I always do. First of all, he started out by thanking everybody. He's thanking us. I think that's pretty nice. I don't think he has to thank us, but I think it's pretty nice and courteous that he does. And I know why he does it because that's the real Ash Mafara. People don't know. I'm going live right now, my brother. Someone's texting me. Now hear me out on this. And I'm a little bushy whack today. This platform will remain open and continue to be your trusted source of information.
He looks like me when I pet a cat and then rub my face. Like, it really does look like he's about to go into anaphylactic shock. Because, like, if I pet a cat and I touch my face, I just start swelling up like a fucking balloon. All right? My eyes shut over. I start to not be able to breathe. And then I have to be rushed to the hospital. I can't go near a cat. I can't be in the room with cats for longer than, like, a few minutes. If I'm going somewhere with a cat, I have to take medicine before I go to try to, like, help with the reaction so that I can at least be in the same room. You know? That's literally what he looks like right now. So I've been wondering, too, is he having an allergic reaction? Like, is it something he's wearing? Is it his laundry detergent? Like, what is going on? What is he rubbing on his face that he can be allergic to? He said he had a medical condition, but maybe he needs some shortened because that can happen when you're older. Maybe. It looks worse than it used to. I feel like it's been getting worse. It's like, dude, I think you need to go and have that taken care of. My mother-in-law had that surgery 20 years ago. Yeah, you can get cataract surgery. My grandma had that. Hello again, Jelly, on your lunch break. Maybe he's allergic to Ash but doesn't realize it. Yeah, is he allergic to Ash on OnPassive? The RV?
About all things related to OnPassive. Very, very important. I think you should read that a few times and think about that.
Read it
okay?
a few times.
As we continue to work through the remaining...
But you're the only one that had to read it a few times and think about it to understand what it means.
International matters. All right, Ash Mafara, again, being transparent, letting a lot of you know that ask me questions every day. Where's OnPassive? Blah, blah, blah. It's back there. OnPassive's back there. But he said he's still got to iron some things out in there. All right, so I want to get that out more and more every time I do a live.
Yeah, legally.
Stop.
Which, like, you would think that would be a red flag. Like, he's like, listen, OnPassive is still being looked into for money laundering by the Dubai police and the Bank of the UAE. And probably other places by now. And then he's like, and we also have some other legal things with like the employees and stuff to deal with. But, you know, we didn't break the law. It's like, okay, because you would have all these legal things to still deal with after an SEC final judgment because everything was on the up and up, I'm sure. You better not be allergic to latex. Yeah. Chris, maybe that's what it is.
Minnow, stop putting things in groups. Good Lord.
Good Lord.
We will keep you updated right here with topics connected to OnPassive and its progress, or progress, however you say it. So he's letting you know that he's going to give you details on what's going on.
So is English not your first language?
With the stuff.
Oh, he's yelling at everyone else about how they all need to speak English and stuff. Now you can't even speak it. It's your first language.
That's going over on somewhere else about OnPassive. He doesn't want to keep you in the dark, but he has to be, I think, real careful what he says and a lot of different things about that. But like he's telling you,
why
will be here? But then he goes into,
again, if everything was on the up and up and legal and he wasn't doing anything wrong, what would he have to be careful about? I thought this thing was transparent. This is not transparency. This is the opposite of that.
At the same time, we want you to know something important. The details about how we move forward into our big, bold, beautiful shared dream will not be posted here. Da, 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 da. Dun, da, da, da. That's that dun, da, da moment. And I'm like, who doesn't like a good mystery? You know, and right there, that hit me right, boom.
I don't think so.
I'll say that again.
I don't think he did, Mark. I believe that they set a date for it and then it got canceled. Like, they were all like, we're going to do that webinar. And they were like, we'll do it next month. It'll probably be around this day. And they like talked about it for a week or two. And then if I remember correctly, it just didn't happen. Like, they were like, no, sorry, we can't do that right now. And that would have been, what, right before they started these stupid ONews messages? I have heard some Scottish people and wondered if they were speaking English. Listen, I struggle to English all the time. I struggle to read my own damn words that I write. But I'm also not out here telling everybody, hey, you need to speak better English. So,
not be posted here in your back office. And that blew me away because I'm thinking, oh man, what's he got up his sleeve? And it's a mystery. Now, maybe you don't like mysteries. I like mysteries. The next,
you're going to have to wait 8 years because Ash has an 8-year director's bar on him. So he can't do anything for at least 8 years. So it's going to be quite a long time.
Chapter will unfold in a new way, a unique approach, designed especially for what's coming. And here's the greatest part, and I want everyone to hear this, screaming on the rooftops. Remember, listen to this one. When the time is right, you will be the first one to know. Now, nobody has to ask me any more questions anymore, or any of the other loudspeakers about when things are going to happen. Let me say it again. When the time, title it today this, when the time is right, you'll be the first to know. All right, now, mystery, strategic. I think this is beautiful how he's doing it. He's not letting the cat out of the bag. He's definitely saying he's not going to put it there in your back office. And I'm thinking, what is this guy up to? And of course, it got my goosebumps going, hair standing up on my arms. And I'm thinking, all right, now he's threw some big things at us before, but see, now he's making us all think. And that's good, because I think a lot of people might be confused about that, but it's okay to be confused. I'm not confused. I'm more excited about how he said that.
It's okay to be confused. Don't worry. And OnPassive, you're just meant to always be confused. Never know what's going on. Just wait. No matter what, it's coming soon, whatever it is, and it will save humanity, and it's coming from Ash Mufara, so it will be perfect. That's all.
Made my whole night, actually. And it's
I can't
only
wait
9:20 here. I think it's
until he starts telling them that they all have to praise him on an altar in order to reach their true salvation in the afterlife. It will be great fun for the whole family.
30 where I live, but I want you just to think about that. What he said in there to me is very powerful as far as you're not going to see it here, but you will hear about the other stuff in OnPassive. Two of the
It's not like you guys won't be out here telling all of us what's going on.
biggest questions I get all the time. What happened to OnPassive, Chris? I don't know why we got to keep going over that. I think most people should know. And if you don't know, just pay attention a little bit more because it'll be posted in the back office. I'm not going to say they're updates. I'm going to think they're old dates, but he wants to probably bring it up a little bit what's going on with there. But start thinking. And I'm asking everyone right now because, of course, I'm speculating my brain right now. That's a word? Yeah, that's a word. All right. What the heck is Ash Mafara going to go crazy with now? How is he going to do this? And it makes me, it keeps my brain busy. And I absolutely love it. I'm very, very excited that he said something like that. And don't forget the hot pepper, Ash. Don't forget the hot pepper. I can't even explain that one to you. That's on the In-N-Out double. He's explaining to me what an In-N-Out, a good burger is, an In-N-Out double with hot pepper on it. So, and I'm jumping off the topic. Things we believe you will not only appreciate, but love. Thank you again.
We get it, Chris. Don't worry. You're very special. You're a special, special boy. Very, very special, special. You and Ash are just so close that you guys talk and you have inside jokes. We understand you are a very special, special boy. That's all that he brings that up for. Just to be like, yeah, me and Ash, we have inside jokes. See how special I am? I am the chosen one here. I am the important one. Me and Ash are super close. Nobody cares, Chris. You're the only one that cares.
For being with us together, we're not just moving forward. We're preparing to step into something magnificent. Okay. I don't know about you. I'm pretty excited about this, where we're going to see what's going on. I have no idea. I really don't have no idea. But I've told Ash this 100 times. Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
And I can't wait, for in future, because apparently this thing's about to launch with all these amazing products. For when Chris starts telling us that OnPassive got him the RV and helped him pay for his home. Because that's what these people do. They have a job on the side that they don't tell the online world about that pays all their bills. And then they go, but I'm actually making all this money from online. You should join too. It's annoying. But I bet you it will happen here. Since apparently the 8-year bar didn't happen and everything's fine.
Surprised me. And this was a big surprise to me. I guess I can't say anymore, check your back office, but I'm still going to tell you that about the name OnPassive. But I guess I have to come up with a new way of, hey, wait for this new big thing so you can find out more.
Because that's all you have, eh?
And by the way, he's going to kill me for this one.
I know. What are you going to use now, Chris, to lead people on? How are you going to tell them to stay engaged now? It used to be check your back office, go sign into the back office. Now it's up to you to entertain all these people and keep them here, Chris. It's all on your shoulders. It'll be your fault if people start leaving, It won't be Ash's fault. He does no wrong. He's perfect. He's your Messiah. But, if people start becoming unengaged, Chris, it is all your fault. It is now up to you to come up with all the ideas on how to keep them engaged.
You didn't know, September 14th, Sunday, and don't go crazy with it because he don't have Facebook or social media, but it is his birthday. I think he's going to be 68. I'm not sure. What was that, 52? No, 65. I don't know. I can't remember how old he's going to be. But yeah, Ash Mafara's got a birthday on Sunday. And I know everyone's going to make posts and posters, and I got news for you. Unless I send it to him or someone else does, he's not going to see them. So I'm going to tell y'all for now, happy birthday, Ash Mafara, early next Sunday. So you guys can put it out there. Happy birthday to him. Surprise. Here we go again. It's Tuesday. What is it today? Today's Monday? No, it's Tuesday. I don't know what day it is. Is it Monday? It's Tuesday. See, I'm all goofed up.
Oh,
This is
Lord.
what this company does to me. I'm thinking all day I'm driving. I'm by myself. I'm kicking on my country tunes because Texas got some good country music going on. And I'm thinking, I got my mind going crazy. And then I had to read that. And once I read that, I had to really think about this. And this is all I could think of is who doesn't love a good mystery? I'll say it again. A good mystery. Now, some of you might say, we're tired of mystery. I don't know. I like mysteries. He's telling you what's happening step by step again. Something's going to happen. Something's going to be different, maybe. I don't know. But I think it's really going to be fun, to be honest with you. He's got me geared up today. I know that. And he doesn't want to mess my driving up either. I said, well, why don't you wait till...
Chris, you shouldn't have to be Nancy Drew in order to figure out what the fuck is going on with the company you bought into as an investor, right? Like, why do I gotta go around picking up clues and doing a mystery? What is that about? And then you have the audacity to say that this man is transparent and honest and upfront. Like, okay. Tanya's gonna be pissed. Birthday posts are forbidden, right? It's funny, a year ago, Chris was the sidekick and Marty was the chosen one. Now Chris has ascended, yes. Now it's all on him. And I'm pretty sure Marty was carrying them when it was the two of them. So this will be interesting. All he has is yelling at us about how we all need to be excited and think Ash is amazing. All of them are spending time thinking about ONews, which is perplexing, right? Honest Ash, right? That's what they say, and it's like, I don't know how you could tell somebody he's so transparent and honest and open about all this with us, and then at the same time be doing a live where you're telling people that they have to play Nancy Drew to figure out what the hell's going on. Right? That mixed messaging again that's keeping them all confused, just like how OnPassive is gone, but then the OES is staying, and OnPassive is staying, but don't bring up OnPassive anymore. It's like you never know what's actually happening. It's sad Marty doesn't have Chris keeping his YouTube channel going on. He's in the hospital this time. It's true. It's true. Don't worry, Jelly. I know that you know how to spell Chris. I figured something happened. It is true, though. Unfortunately, there is nobody to keep this channel really going. I mean, what would he be posting for Lev AI? I guess he could ask Robin, but I don't know if he trusts her with the channel. I don't know. Probably didn't think of it before going into the hospital. I don't know if he really thought about that. Probably didn't think he was going back in since he just spent so much time there. It's unfortunate. And then you have this guy coming out here while he's in the hospital talking smack on him the other day. The last time we reacted to him, it's like, there's no class, this man.
Well, after I stopped driving to post the next one, ONews 12, but he's fired up. I'm not going to lie. He is very, very excited about what's happening. And I really like that he's doing like a secret. I'm sorry, but that's how I look at it. He's doing this in a way because he doesn't want things to get out like before. I really believe that. Ivana, thank you for the super sticker. You know where that's going to. Thank you, though. And this is what he's doing. This is the smartest way. Like I said, he learned so much from all the things that happened in the last few years that he's doing it a really, really, it's a great way. And it benefits all of us. It's not just benefiting one person. It's benefiting all of us. And I know I'm going to get all kind of emails or all kind of text messages. Hey, Chris, when are we going to launch? Soon. There's my favorite answer. Soon. I'm trying to read the comments. My eyes are just blistered tonight. Strategic and playful, Gene says. You're right. Strategic and playful. It's fun. Like I said, man, who did it? I know that a lot of you maybe saw years ago at my age, they had mystery movies of people that did things and you had to figure out, what was going on. But you know what? You don't have to figure this out.
They don't have that anymore. They don't do anything with true crime or mysteries or any of that anymore. That was just in your time, Chris.
Because he's going to give you the answer. When? I don't know. Where? I really don't know. And that's the whole fun of it. And I'm
Is
just
it
like in a
fun?
goofy mood. I'm excited because I'm doing something that I love right now. Which I
Well,
took
what's going on? We don't know. What are we a part of? We don't know. What are we going to sell? We don't know, but that's all the fun of it. Come join today. Like, what?
a long time to get here to do this. I'm excited because I'm part of something that is going to open up doors in every single country, all right, in the world for you, me, and every one of us to visit, to enjoy, to have fun. And I think
Even open
that's
up
what it's
new
turning into now.
OES.
Yeah, some people might be a little slow to figure out what's going on, or they're not understanding it, but I think that was pretty cool of how we worded it in there. So to answer a few of the questions, I'm
Is
going
this a game clue or a business? No one knows. That's the fun of it. Game night all the time. Hey, I wonder if, oh man, are they still doing trivia? That just reminded me. I haven't thought about trivia since Marty left, but Marty was usually the one that set up their trivia nights, wasn't he? Like, Marty really did carry this thing. Like, he really did, though. If it wasn't for Marty and Julie, OnPassive would have shut down ages ago. But I wonder now if they're even doing their, like, trivia game night thing that they were doing. Or if that's gone now. That would kind of suck. That was, like, the only fun that they really had. So, I mean, it's good for us. It means the cult stuff has subsided a little bit. You know, that helps in that regard. But it would kind of suck for them because that was their only, like, hangout that had nothing to do with the business, you know? Which you could argue was probably their healthiest hangout. Right? Like, I bet they aren't. No one else has any tech skills. This is what I mean. Like, I don't know if anyone else would set it up or be able to have the back office space to do it with their StreamYard or however they were doing it. I don't know. On Zoom, you'd have to have the account for it too. And I don't know if Ash like gave his account over to Chris because I believe that Marty had access to all of Ash's stuff at one point. Wonder if Ash remembered to change all his passwords.
repeat it again for the late bloomers here. ONews 12 is explaining that here in your back office now. He'll be explaining some things about OnPassive. Read it. It's in black and white. It's pretty simple. And
something tells me that Ash doesn't want to update them. And he knows that if he does this ONews 12 announcement where he's like, yeah, the next update will be in the new thing. And then he can just kind of like string them on forever about this new thing coming. And then he won't have to talk to them at all. And it really will be all up to Chris to keep this thing going publicly. Well, he gets to go off and enjoy his holidays. Because, like, you know, with the OES right now, they've had 12 updates and they've all said nothing. There's been nothing to update except for, like, twice, I believe, they've used it to be like, yeah, we're having our corporate webinar on this day. That's really the only time that you need to do an update, right? Is to say, hey, we're doing the corporate webinar. Then they have their survey thing. Other than that, the rest of it is just the same message over and over again. And with that there, people keep going and checking and expecting Ash to continuously update them in this thing. And he's probably just fed up of it and just doesn't want to do updates anymore. This would be the best way to go about it, honestly. Like, if I were him right now and I didn't want to do updates anymore, this is exactly what I would do, is what he's doing right now. Be like, this is the last update in here. The next update will be in the new thing. Woohoo, shiny new thing. And then, like, just fuck off. For all you know, he could be planning on leaving now, Chris. And then what? What if you're stuck with all of this? I bet you haven't even thought of that.
The next chapter, you're not going to see it in your back office. I don't know where to tell you
Just
to
not
go,
going to see it.
but I'm going to wait for it. I'm sure he'll give. Yes, I'll sleep. Don't worry. I will sleep before I go. I got lots of sleeping time now. And I'm excited about it. I wanted just to come out here because I got to get back on the road again tomorrow and drive. And boy, do I got a lot of things to think about, because now what's on my brain is, now what we're going to do, That's what you're saying to yourself. Now what am I going to do? You don't have to do anything. All you got to do is wait until Ash puts a message out and says, here it is, or go there. And I don't know what he's going to do, but I think it's going to be fun. One of the things that I did want to touch on the other day, and I forgot, and I don't want to be on here real long. I've only been on here for 15 minutes. I want to bring up the Cameroonian people. John, who I met, they called him Daddy.
Oh, like 3 hours.
70 years old. He said something else, not just about the education of the Cameroonian people, but lifting people up. His words, Chris, we as Cameroonians, we feel obligated to lift people up above ourselves. Shine the light, as you can say, make them feel good, show them respect. And I'm thinking, I said to him, you been talking to my boss lately or something? And John does pay attention to what Ash Mafara says. Matter of fact, everyone that I met or meet pretty much has the same attitude about, I can't wait to lift someone up. Maybe they can help them financially, physically. I don't know. But that's all I'm hearing. And I love that.
Like they just want to go walk up to someone and then give them a piggyback ride. Like, come on, Chris.
Probably the greatest part about what I'm going through right now. You can ask Marcianne when she visited Scott with myself. It completely changed her. I'm telling you right now, Marcianne is a completely different person because she met, I'm going to say 2 individuals because I want to include Scott's wife in there. It's an amazing
story.
What
did you do to her, Chris?
Story. It's how many people root for the we are underdogs right now. If you know what an underdog means, that's like the team that no way is going to win. We're the underdogs. And what happens with the underdogs? They always win. In every movie, in every story, the underdog. Now the Lions haven't done it yet, but
this isn't a movie. This is real life. Unfortunately, in real life, some people suck and they lie and they scam, and you're in a scam. So don't go, oh, there's going to be a happy ending because we're underdogs. And in the movies, there's always a happy ending. Come on, man.
We're going to try again, but just consider yourself lucky where you're at. That's all I can say. Consider yourself lucky to be in this. See, right now, it's really starting to get excited. Crazy excited is what I call it. Crazy excited because of that message you put back in there. And I'm sure I'm going to get tons of messages. What does it mean? And that's why I'm doing this live. I just told you exactly what it means. I just told you exactly what it says. But go read it for yourself a few times. And literally read it for yourself. Me, I got to read a paragraph after a paragraph after the paragraph 3 times to really get the full big picture of it. But just stay tuned, guys. Stay plugged in. I have no idea what's going to happen next. But 13. Ooh, lucky 13, eh? ONews 13's next. Ash, let's see. Ash is going to be on the 14th is his birthday. I don't know what he's going to do. I'm trying to put it all together here. Is he going to give himself his own birthday present? Surprises? I don't know.
But is there an ONews 13? Like, because I thought that it was happening a new thing. So wouldn't that just be like the first announcement in the new app? And yeah, I was figuring that if Ash did make an appearance this month, it would be for his birthday. And I don't think he's going to come with any big news. It's just going to be more of like, oh, don't worry, guys, it's coming. Great things are happening behind the scenes bullshit. And then they'll be like, let's celebrate the birthday. And then nothing else will be said. It'll just be a celebration of his existence, which is just every day to them, really. This is gross, Chris. It is. Was she an awful person before? Why did she need to become another person, right? Don't talk about the Lions unless you are betting against them. Underdogs, I thought you were the unicorn, right? There are many, many different animals. He just come for the ash kissing. Exactly. It would just be for the praise and the birthday wishes and all that. which they would do a lot of, and then he'll be just same message again. Oh, don't worry, guys, that roll bank's coming soon, and then that's probably what we'll get. If I had to guess.
We're just gonna have to wait and see. Hi, Janet Butler. I can't wait to meet all of you. Chris can't be the only one having all this fun. You're right, and it is fun. It is fun.
Yeah,
to me, meeting people one-on-one is great because you find out so much about them. But when you got a group of people together with the same mindset and the same happiness, yes, Janet, it's definitely makes a big difference. But the one-on-one thing, you can really get to know somebody. You can look them right in the eyeball and have a great conversation. Where I've been with 2 areas now, when I was in Florida, 2 big groups, and it's pretty hard to talk to everyone. You try. I really do try. But it's a lot of fun. But I know Marcy Ann's going to help me out. You got to have some help in some of those things. But I am having a good time. Yeah, maybe I'll shave them. I don't know. I'm kind of I'm a trucker mode, you know. I'm a big trucker driving around, and I've been talking to truckers. And I want to say something about the truckers. And I know we got some people in here that drive semis and all that. I never really realized how many trucks are on the road since I've been driving through all these states. And I did stay in many rest areas when I couldn't find a campground. And there's literally hundreds of truckers there every night, running their diesels. And I'm thinking, I'm not kidding you. When we take off, when I still do my traveling, I will be stopping at rest stops and putting my business card on every one of their little diesel windows or talking to them as they're getting out of their trucks, because there's thousands and thousands and thousands. And the only way I could thank them for delivering all this stuff that they deliver for us is introducing them to this business. All right. I met a lady, I would say she was about—
Chris, you're gonna get punched out. Somebody is gonna be like, "What are you doing on my rig? Get the fuck off of there." And then you're gonna go to hand them this card, and their guy's just gonna deck you right in the face. If you think your eyes are closed now.
my age, 59 years old, and I see her walking to this big semi. And she walked past me. I said, "Ma'am," just like, "Ma'am." She turned around and get me. I go, "Yeah." I go, "Do you drive that big truck?" She goes, "Oh, yeah." She goes, "I drive it 5 days a week, nonstop, and I take the weekends off." And she says, "And when I retire, which is in about 15 more years, I'm going to buy what you have, and I'm going to travel all over." And I'm thinking, I seen more ladies driving semis now than I've ever seen in my life.
Why can't a lady drive a semi, Chris? Hey? What is it, a man's job? Is it a man's job?
But she seems to love it.
Women,
I think I would love it if I didn't have to be in certain
out of the RV.
Times, but truck driving, I know it's hard on your back. You're doing it for years and your legs, but I want to help those guys out. I really do. Because a few conversations I had with them, they're pretty tired. Some of them have been doing it for 35, 40 years. Their backs are messed up from sitting all day and bouncing around. Their wrists and everything are sore. So,
yes, he's a complete misogynist, 100%.
I'm looking, listen, if I can find people that have a job that's hurting them or it's going to tear them apart for 30 years, and I can hand them a business card or introduce them to this business.
I had a friend that did trucking. He fucking loved his job. How do you know that those people don't like their job?
Just say, "Listen, I want to get you away from the pain." Remember how Ash said, "Why are you locking the love out?" One of my favorite things he ever said. I want to say to people, why are you putting yourself through pain? That's enough. Ash has a different system now, a new way where you don't have to drive a truck, roof a house, cement floors, cement.
Oh, what? Quit your job
clean
again?
windows, be a janitor. All these things that all of us have done our whole lives that eventually catch up to you, and your knees hurt, and your back hurts, and your wrist hurts, and your neck hurts. I want to lock the pain out. All right, I'm going to.
So you want the entire world to stop and everyone just be at home on their computers all selling OnPassive to save the world? Like, I never understand the MLM mindset of everybody stop working and all join this company. Like, you do realize if the entire world quits their job, nothing runs. Nothing gets delivered. You can't go to the grocery store anymore. You run out of gas, you ain't getting gas at the gas station. You think you're going to be able to go around in your RV then? You complain about these jobs, but they're still jobs that people have to do in order to keep the world going. Let me tell you, the janitor job is just as important as the job being CEO at the building. I was taught to treat the janitor just like you would treat the CEO at any building. Also, there was a TV show that was on back in the 90s. You never know. That janitor could be the CEO in disguise. But I'm just saying, how is the world supposed to work if everyone quits their job and joins OnPassive and that saves humanity? And your idea is that even if people don't want to join, they'll be forced to, which is kind of scary. If you ask me, I don't like hearing that coming from any community. If people don't join, we'll just force them. Bring out the guns, let's go! Like that's, you know. Chris is oogling all the lady truck drivers, probably. Now he's going to help truckers. The list of people going to be helped grows and grows. It does. They're going to save everybody from their jobs. And who's going to do these jobs? Chris is exactly who? Is OnPassive Ash the janitor? And OnPassive Ash is the janitor and the CEO.
Change that around. I want to lock their pain out. I want to give them something that they're going to be able to rest their bodies. Give them a couple months. Hey, man, take care of this business. Just check into it. I want to take the pain away from you. And hopefully it changes all their lives. Yeah, some people are going to look at me and throw the card back in my face, but that's okay. Because I'm going to say, take a picture of this big fat head and remember it. Here's my name. Remember it. Because you will see it more and more. And you're going to call me. I promise you that. But I want to take the pain away from you. I want to take the pain away from every individual out there that's done a job, labor, even sitting at a desk for 30 years.
They're not going to see you, Chris. They're going to see Ash. Why do you think it will be your head on the company business card? It's not going to be your head. It will be Ash's head. They're going to see Ash.
As a secretary, their wrists are messed up. Their neck is whacked out from sitting there all day. Let's take the pain away from people. Let's bring that love to them. Let's bring that peace to them. I believe that's what this company is going to do. That's not hyping anyone up. I'm letting them know. You come check it out. Listen, I'm a hypey guy. I can't help it. I'm excited about what this company is offering people. And when you start thinking about your neighbors, maybe someone you know worked in a factory for 30-some years. Not just the car factory. There's a million factories. And most of those little factories are pretty hard jobs. Don't you want to get them away from that? Don't you want to retire people a little bit early? Don't you want to retire a little earlier? I know I did. 32 years was a long time. It really is a long time. I'm thinking that when we get going, a few years, 3-4 years, less, more, but who cares? If I could tell you that in 4 years, it's going to replace that 32 years, I think a lot of people will look at it. And they can continue doing what they're doing. And I always say this, don't ever quit a job unless you got something better. Like,
listen, be careful. If you go from if you come from a company into the USA and you come there to train their workers, they will send ICE after you to ensure that their country is fucked over from the jobs, the thousands of jobs that your country came to give them. So if I were you, Chris, I wouldn't be telling people to stop working at factories. You're going to all have to figure out how to do that on your own.
And put your 2 weeks in. All right. When you know you got something better coming. I believe in my heart this is the better coming. I'm not telling you to go put your 2-week notice in right now. I'm saying when we get going, when you understand what the new direction is, the process of it all, and then let it rip. Because that's what it's going to do. There's a lot of people out there promising you different things. All right. I want to promise to take your pain away. Because of the job that's actually hurting you. You don't realize most jobs hurt people so bad that when they do retire, they can't walk, they can't stand straight. You ought to see me walk. I'm doing better now, but that wasn't from work. That was from I was eating bad again. I got to lose this gurgle neck here again. But anyway, I love you all. Let's take the pain away from people. Let's bring the love back. Let's change the world. Let's stop wars. Let's feed the hungry.
Chris Johnson is fat, and I would not have sex with him.
Let's educate the world on the greatest educational platform they're ever going to see, the greatest business they're ever going to see. Start talking about it. Start talking about it. This company, this new direction, which you're not going to see in your back office.
But how are you supposed to start talking about it? You don't know what it's called, so it has no name. So you can't be like, I'm joined OnPassive anymore. You don't know what products are going to be available. You don't even know like what you're going to be doing in it. Because you seem to think that none of you are going to have to sell anything or do anything or like marketing. You're not allowed to market or sell anything. So, like, how would people talk about this? The only way to talk about it then is to be like, have you ever heard of the Messiah Ashmufara? He's our Lord and Savior, and he promises that he will save all of humanity. All we need to do is believe in him. We believe that he will return with the AI products, probably in longer than 3 days, though. And then we will all find our true salvation here on earth when he saves humanity. Like, is that how they're supposed to pitch this? Like, what are they talking about when they're talking to other people about this thing? What could you say? Ashmufara is really great. Mark Zuckerberg is really upset at him for all his great ideas. Like, for what? Oh, AI. Well, what does your AI do? We don't know. Okay, well, where can I find out? Well, it was in the back office, but not anymore. Okay, so where do I find the information about it? I don't know. Like, is there a website? No, we haven't had a website since June 27th, 2024. Okay, so how do I get more information? Well, you just have to trust and believe in what I'm telling you here right now. Don't you believe in me? And then pray that they join? Okay, I want to join. How do I join? Well, you just wait. Yeah, just watch some of their YouTube channel videos. And then when this launches and they start accepting people again, then I'm sure that there'll be a cost and you can buy in. Okay, do you know when that will be? No, probably not for another 8 years at least because of the director's bar. Do you want to just maybe watch these videos for the next 8 years with me and we can both sit here together for the next 8 years and hope and pray that this man is going to release something for us? And you think that they're going to be like, yeah, please, that's exactly what I want to do with my life? Come on, Chris. You can't be that dumb. Even you can't be that dumb.
Let me ask. It's a surprise. It's a mystery. You could say it. It's a mystery, but it's a good mystery. All right. I promise you, you're going to love the ending. I can promise you, you're going to love the ending. All right. I've been on, I don't know, too long. I got to go to bed. I love every one of you. God bless. I'm still praying for you every day. I'm still putting the birthdays up there every day. If I miss it, I try to do it belated. And I love doing that stuff. A lot of people send me prayers every day. If I don't get them today, I'll get them the next day. I'm
busy work to make him feel like he's doing something important because he knows he's not. Literally, he knows he's not. So he tries to find all this little busy work and do these RV vacations to make it seem like something's going on and happening here.
Caught up pretty good, though. But there are some people going through some illnesses right now. Keep them in your prayers. There's some people that lost people. Keep them in your prayers. And we still got a lot of stupid wars going on.
Everyone.
Please keep them in your prayers. We got floods. We got earthquakes. Pray, pray, pray. All right. I had a really interesting conversation with Julie.
Your list is going to be real crazy when everyone in the world allegedly is forced to sign up to this thing without our consent.
Wednesday night about praying. And I won't get into it, but it was what you said made sense to me. You can ask Julie when and she'll tell you all about it. All right. I got to go. I love you. I absolutely am having the time of my life. I want you to be able to do the same thing. Remember, 32 years it took me. Well, it took me like 37 years actually to do what I'm doing right now. Let's change all that for the next generation, for you, starting with you, me, and everyone else.
I don't know why it took you 37 years to get an RV and go on vacation. I grew up with a dad that had a job similar, good paying job. We went on vacation every 2 years to somewhere big. I went to Disney 8 times when I was a kid. If you didn't want to go on vacation and take your family anywhere for 37 years until you were retired, that was your own choice. You had paid vacation, Chris. Do I agree with the way that the world works? Not really. But you're making it sound like you were forced to work 37 years and were enabled to go on a vacation with your family for that whole 37 years. And that's just not true. Your work is nothing like where some of the people have to work that you preyed on in factories, where if they don't continue working for 16 hours a day, they actually get beaten and stuff. So when you're sitting here trying to make it sound like you had it hard, maybe you should remember that the people that you preyed on, many of them have it harder. Because you literally went to areas where there is no jobs. OnPassive brings the Magic Kingdom to you.
I love you all.
So
God bless. Pay attention to your back office. You know what? It's going to be crazy. Let me say hi. Lori Lunn, how you doing? John Barilla, there you are. M. Kaylee, what's happening? Jeannie Oliva, what's happening? Listra T. I got you the other day, Listra. And probably Gemma's on here. Tanya Henner, how you doing? Oh, my God,
Yeah, that was creepy. I didn't like any of that. And I still don't know what you guys were talking about. I didn't like it.
Your daughter's looking phenomenal, Tanya. She's really lost a lot of weight. I love that. Patty, what's happening? Mr. Buddha Deb, Daz, how you doing? Kiana, how you doing, Kiana? I'm watching all your Facebook stuff. Minnow Miller, thank you for always worrying about me. Mom. Bimmel Daz, I love you too. David Roseski, what's happening, my brother? With the mind of all the ideas that everyone's already taken. Dave sends me these ideas. Chris, this is what I wanted to do, but someone did it. I went through that, Dave. I know. Sometimes you just got to do it. That's all. Janet Butler, I love you. I hope you're having a good time. Hope your husband's doing a lot better. We're still praying for him. Irina Stack, how you doing? Cayenne, Makawana.
Don't do Joey trivia like that.
James Hawkins, great live the other day, James. Sherry Dersaway, always, every day, Sherry Dersaway does a live. Go check it out. Give her some love, man. She's the hardest worker.
You. Why don't you? We used to watch it every single day. I saw you in there once, and then you blocked a bunch of us. Hey? So why don't you watch Sherry and go support her, Chris?
One in this company, I think. What's there's doing? Coffee Beccanio? Oh, I'm never gonna get that one right. I love you all. Vintage, how you doing? Parbat. I can't see anymore. I'm done. Look, I gotta do this. There, I do have eyeballs. See, they do work. Guess what? I love every one of you. I'm excited. Keep praying for me on my travels.
This man's about to drive an RV.
I'm going to pray for you no matter what, but I'm having fun. I'm going slower now. I'm not driving so many miles.
He's like, I can't see. I have to hold my eyes open. But don't worry, guys. I'm going to spend all day driving this RV tomorrow. I just hope he remembers to put on his glasses, because he usually doesn't.
Today, where I can get a little bit of rest and think about, my gosh, listen, think about, like I just told you, I'm thinking about the truckers. How many other people in the world have different jobs? Start thinking about other people. You see what I'm saying? That's what this company is about. Start thinking about other people and watch this world change, and keep praying. All right, I got to get going. Who's this? Hold on. FFS Gold Media. I love you. I love you too. Goalie.
Who are you praying to, Chris? God or Allah? Because in some religions you can't pray to both. Lord Krishna, maybe? Who are you praying to?
Woo! I love all you. I love you, India. I love you, Bangladesh. I love you, Australia.
Start a damn war.
New Zealand, America, Canada, Asian, South America, North America. I love you all. Don't ever forget. Ask Mafara. I told you lately that I love you. All right, here we go. I'm going to get goofy again. Slappy happy. I love you. You guys have a great evening. God bless you. And you might see me and you might not. You never know where I'm going to show up. ONews 12. Go read it. I love you all. Bye.
Yeah, stop the entire economy. Right? It's true. Lord, that was hard to get through. I worry because he can't see out of his damn eyes. But he's driving that RV all around. He's not going to make it. He's going to end up in a car crash, and he's going to take out a family of 4 before OnPassive launches if he's not careful. Lord. But does he have love for the girl from Colombia, right? What happened to his girlfriend? I haven't heard about that for a while. So yeah, they're isolating more. Allegedly, they're going to come out with some other back office. And the updates are no longer going to be in the OES. That's only for OnPassive updates. What updates could come from OnPassive? I don't fucking know. There shouldn't be any. But apparently there's going to be some. It's still there. Consider it like an OnPassive graveyard, I guess. And don't worry. Don't worry. It's coming soon. It will launch any day. Yes, Marty is still in the hospital right now. He will hopefully be doing better. We are wishing him all the best. And maybe we will take a look at Lev.ai again. Because Randy's being silly, and I think it will be fun. Let me know all of your thoughts on this. That's all I've got for today. Just wanted to come on and have a little discussion about them, isolating and doing more information control, because that's always great fun. I hope that all of you have a fabulous, amazing rest of your days. I should be able to stream tomorrow, but there probably won't be a stream on Friday as it is my kid's birthday and I am going to be busy. I have a lot of stuff to do over the weekend. I also have the rest of my dental work this weekend. So, I'm going to be putting on a stream tomorrow, and then I think it will be some videos that will have to go up for the next couple days. So stay tuned for those. Ash has sold the name OnPassive to Queen for $1 Canadian. I mean, that's all it would be worth. For real. That's all it would be worth. That's all I'd pay for it. But yes, we are having our own little birthday thing going on, so that should be fun. And yeah, I hope that all of you guys have a fabulous, amazing rest of your day. Be sure to give this a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I am still writing for deheck.com, so go check those out. Lots of good stuff on there. And I'll see you guys really, really soon.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I love all your faces, bye! In it to win it!
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
This is our song now!
Friend.
Woo!
We are here.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the
We
way.
are OnPassive, shining bright into the future. We rise high.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's the call.
Hey.
And I'm your friend.
That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own. It breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara. If you're rude, if you've been doubting or spying, or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on. Her debate was 3 Minute Ash. And another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the questions. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them all morning long. It's not the answer you want. Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune in to crazy men talking about their experiences.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
ridiculous, by the way.
And I'm your friend.
Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. See you tomorrow.
That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do in my YouTube channel. It breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend.
All these people are all money. Pay them.
Stop going there.
And start OnPassive, tell you too.
Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there.
My name is Ash Mufar, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Kaya.